Welcome back. It's time to finish up this progressive web app part. If we scroll down here, we see that because of Create React App, we're getting all these benefits of HTTPS, we have service workers registered, and we have some great caching happening with service workers. So let's double check that. If we open up this app and go to our developer tools, go to applications, we can go into our cache storage. And in the cache storage, we see the SW precache. In here, we see what we are caching. HTML, CSS. We have some JavaScript and some fonts that we're caching. Perhaps over here, we can add the JSON file of all the robots. And if we scroll up to the service workers, we see that there is a service worker that is activated and running. And this shows when it started. And you can even click on register if you want. Now, the one thing that's missing though is the, we don't have that much in the manifest file. We have some default from Create React App, but we have this generic icon and it's kind of empty. And if we go into our report, we see that it's complaining that the manifest does not have icons that are at least 192 pixels and 512 pixels. So let's go ahead and do that. If you remember, we have the favicon generator. And in here, we can just select a picture, a screen capture that I just took of one of our robots. It's going to generate for us everything that we need. I could have done a better job in making sure that my image is a square, but for now, we can just continue with this picture and they'll do everything for you. As you can see here, they have all these settings for us that we can use for iOS. We can see what's going to look like. We can see what it is going to look like on Android and also on Windows. Very, very cool. And we can customize the look of our app. So we can just click Generate. And this might take a bit of time, depending on your internet connection, but hopefully by the end of it, we have everything we need. First, let's download our package. Let's open this up. And we have a great set of icons that we can use. And we have nice steps laid out for us. So we want to extract this package in the root of our website. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to move the package that we just downloaded, or we're going to put all the files that we just used in the public folder of our app. Let's copy and paste here. And we're going to replace the favicon. And the third step is to insert the following code in the head section of your page. So let's just copy and paste this. Go to index.js or index.html. And we can just add this bit of code. And let's save this. Again, we're going to run npm, not capital, npm run deploy. And we're going to have to wait a little bit to make sure that our changes propagate, and then we're going to test on Lighthouse. But also looking at this, I don't see the sizing that the Lighthouse report gave us. If you remember, they wanted an icon with size 192 and 512 pixels. Let's go ahead and add those. Now, the other thing we want to do is go into the manifest.json file. And this is where we add the icons, and we see that the sizes of 192 and 512 that the Lighthouse report complained about is not here. So let's just add those. And we'll say that we want the this one, the Android Chrome 192 by 192. So we'll say Android Chrome 192 by 192. Sizes is going to be 192 by 192. And the type is going to be image PNG. Because, well, that's what it is. And this should be PNG as well. And then you see here that we don't have the size 512 that we generated. So let's just say that we'll use this one instead. This is something that you can just manually do this yourself as well. Let's just say 384 by 384 picture. One display as well, because we're going to say that the size is going to be 512 by 512. But you can modify this and create this that matches the size properly. Let's save and then run npm run deploy. All right, looks like it's published. Let's just go back now to our React app, and we can go back to our website. We see that our favicon is updated. It doesn't have this React logo anymore. And if we open up the application folder and let's refresh, oh, we have a syntax error. Oh, and looks like in our manifest file, we made a little mistake. Oh, in line 10, we should have added a comma. And by the way, to show you that it does work, if I do npm start and just test locally, we can see that we have the new icon. If I open the application folder, manifest, we have the add to home screen button that on mobile will pop up if the user visits the website multiple times. And I can even do this on my laptop as well. And if we scroll down, we see our images. So if we deploy, it should all work. All right, let's check it out. If I go to the application and refresh, if we scroll down, all right, we see our icons 192 and 512. I even have the add to home screen button. And this home screen button will obviously appear on our mobile device if we're using the website a lot, but also over here, add this site to your laptop, but I don't really want to do that. Let's submit this to Lighthouse and see what happens. And again, I keep reminding you this, sometimes when you deploy, it takes a long time. The best way to check is if you go to your GitHub, and we can go to whichever repository you're using. And if you go to your branch, GitHub Pages, you can see what you're deploying. In our case, you can see that we have index.html with our images. If I go to asset, oh, no, not this one. If I go back and go to app.manifest, if I can find it. Oh, there you go. Manifest.json. I see that everything's been updated here. All right, moment of truth. If I go close this and do Lighthouse Lab, generate report, wish me luck. Oh yeah, look at that. 100, 100, 100, 100. This performance thing could be improved. Again, this is because of my internet connection. It's not too bad, but these are things that we can easily optimize. How cool is that though? That was pretty easy to implement a progressive web app, right? Just a little bit of work, a day's work, and you can have your app be a lot closer to mobile apps. Now, as you know, having a progressive web app is a lot more than just loading a couple of images, but it's nice to know that Create React App takes care of it for us so that we can worry on performance improvements, accessibility, and other best practices. For now though, we worked hard. Go ahead and start playing around with the app. see what else you can improve. But ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a progressive web app. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.